Hi, good evening. My name is Father Rayappa from the village called Ekattupadi, Vellore, India. Today I'm going to talk about a great American, very funny character. His name is Mark Twain. Everybody knows him, Mark Twain. He said it all. He commented on every facet of life and it's full of humor and very smart man. And he was born in America in 1835 and he died 1910. Mark Twain was a writer, entrepreneur, publisher, and lecturer. Among his novels are The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, which he wrote in 1876, and its sequel, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which was written in 1885. The latter, often called the great American novel. You will laugh, at the same time, lot of truth and very deep insights, but at the same time, the sense of humor. I like his writings very much. You will laugh all the time, but very intelligent satire. So, Mark Twain was born shortly after a visit by Halley's Comet. You remember? In India also we saw in 1985, I think, Halley Comet. So, in 1835, it appeared. So, that is the year Mark Twain was born, and he predicted that he would die in the next visit, that is 1910. In fact, his words come to pass. He died the day after the comet Halley returned. In 1909, Mark Twain said, I came in with Halley's comet in 1835. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it. It will be the greatest disappointment of my life if I don't go out with Halley's comet. The Almighty has said, no doubt. Now here are these two unaccountable freaks. They came in together, they must go out together. His prediction was accurate. Twain died of a heart attack on April 21st, 1910, in Reading, Connecticut, one day after the comet's closest approach to Earth. Upon hearing of Mark Twain's death, then President William Howard Taft commented as follows: Mark Twain gave pleasure, real intellectual enjoyment to millions, and his works will continue to give such pleasure to millions yet to come. His humor was American, but it was nearly as much appreciated by Englishmen and people of other countries as by his own countrymen. He has made an enduring part of American literature. That description is very apt to Mark Twain. His writings are very funny. I'm going to read one poem what he wrote on prayer to the Lord our Father, how soldiers, they prayed. The Civil War in America, they fought with British, and of course Americans are very God-fearing people. Of course, for their victory, they are going to pray to God. What kind of prayer? Let us go and kill the British. Let us make their wives widows, and let fire shower on their houses. Oh Lord, you have to help to accomplish all these things. So you have to fight with us, and that is our prayer. And it is really very horrible, but at the same time, we should see through the satire And it's very funny poem. I'm going to read it for you, and you can uh, understand yourselves. And you can download it. The title is O Lord Our Father by Mark Twain. And you can laugh. English is very simple, some places very hard to understand. But anyway, the sense of humor comes through the poem very easily. So I'm going to read the poem for you, okay? It's very funny, very funny. He writes as follows. O Lord, our Father, our young patriots, that means soldiers, idols of our hearts, go forth in battle. Be thou here them. With them in spirit we also go forth. From the sweet peace of our beloved firesides to smile the foe. No, smite the foe. O Lord our God, help us to tear their soldiers to bloody shreds with our shells. Help us to cover their smiling fields with the pale forms of their patriot dead. Help us to drown the thunder of the guns with the shrieks of their wounded, writhing in pain. Help us to lay waste their humble homes with a hurricane of fire. Help us to wring the hearts of their unoffending widows with unavailing grief. Help us to turn them out roofless with their little children to wander unfriended the waste of their desolated land in rags and hunger and thirst, sports of the sun flames of summer and the icy winds of winter, burdened in spirit, worn with travail, imploring thee for refuge of the grave and denied it. For our sakes who adore thee, Lord, blast their hopes, blight their lives, protract their bitter pilgrimage, make heavy their steps, water their way with their tears, stain the white snow with the blood of their wounded feet. We ask it in the spirit of love of Him who is the source of love and who is the ever faithful refuge and friend of all that are sore beset and seek His aid with humble and contrite hearts. Amen. I mean, I couldn't read well because the English is very old and very difficult for me to read and so on. But anyway, you can download from Google. Just type Google search, O Lord our Father by Mark Twain, and you will get it. And probably with the help of the dictionary, you can understand better. Have a nice day. Bye.